different from the previous 2 years?
The Georgia team?
Yeah.
Definitely. I think this year we were more like close-knit. We've done a lot of connection things, and that was one of our big and key factors for this offseason was building the connection. So this year is definitely, we have to, click good.
And talk a little more about those little group sessions you guys had here. Coach Morris talked about that extensively. What exactly did that do to bring you guys maybe closer to what you were in the past?
Just know like little things about other people that you wouldn't know, like if we didn't have that conversation, just knowing what makes somebody tick, what's their why they come out here and do this every day. Because, it's not easy to come out here and do this every day. And just knowing what makes somebody tick, it kind of helps you.
Did you learn something about somebody maybe you didn't know before? Can you kind of give an example of that?
I think Jamari, one of his big things was his grandmother, him just wanting to be, do everything for her, and everything she's done for him, giving back, and he just wanted to be able to give back for her.
I want to ask Kirby about the lack of explosive runs. He said it comes down to displacing people. So I guess I would just ask you about, what the thoughts are about the big runs.
Big runs, they're hard to get, just little things we have to work on to get to them, just linebackers and just finishing blocks and stuff like that.
Warren, did you play scout team that first year you were here at all?
Freshman year, that's all I did. Scout team, got a couple reps with, the threes, but mostly scout team.
How does that, because it seems like, we talked to a lot of guys that say, oh yeah, we played scout team and then, now we're contributors. Just what is it about that scout team that let you personally, grow into, a starter at right tackle?
Being with the scout teams, you're going against the ones and the twos. So every day I was going against Tyler Clark and who was David Marshall, Michael Barnett, going against those guys every day, and that'll get you better.
Is there a particular closeness, among those guys down there, just knowing, okay, we're the scout team, we're going against the ones every day?
Oh yeah, when I was playing scout, we just had a pride of we're going to be here to help the defense get ready for this game. It comes down to us to give them a look, get them ready for the game. So yeah.
Is that hard? I guess one, to embrace that role of being on the scout team, and two, is it hard to, I guess, feel like you're still helping the team get better, even though you're not, seeing the field on Saturdays?
Being young, you kind of feel like, man, I'm on the scout team. I'm not really doing anything for the team. But as you the season goes on and you see all the good stuff, and you're like, yeah, I kind of like scout team. It's helping me get better. I'm helping the defense get better with the look. And so, yeah.
When you overlapped 1 year with Sam Pittman while he was here, and we're in his position group, what do you remember about that time with him and kind of his personality?
His personality he was always cracking jokes with everybody, just being an uplifting person. Mostly he was with the ones and the twos while I was with the scouts. So, yeah.
I guess in that, his recruitment of you, what was it about him that sold you on UGA and playing for him, the idea of playing for him at least?
His personality, he gives everything to his players. I want to be a part of that. And the things he was building here at UGA, I just want to be a part of it.
I guess you never know whether somebody has it in them to be a head coach until they become a head coach. But I mean, what you saw of him, do you see some of the stuff that is in an instance and what?
He's a good players coach. He gets the best out of his players, and that's what he's doing now. He's got his team to buy in, and they're doing good.
Do you find yourself rooting for Arkansas, not when they're playing you guys, but knowing that Pittman's part of what you guys did here, and have you followed him?
I haven't really followed them, mostly because when we play, they're playing, or either we'll be finishing and we'll have to hop on the plane, so I can't really watch the games. But it's always good luck to Coach Penny. Always love it, yeah.
You guys are a good measuring stick for Arkansas, because you played them in the season opener last year. When you're going through your game film, what do you see different about Arkansas?
See, I'm just getting out of class right now, so I haven't really been able to watch the film yet. But I've heard a lot about the defensive line and how much they play and how hard they play. So that'd be good getting in there after this and watching the film and seeing about them.
Warren, I asked the other guys, Coach gave this kind of charge to the fans of, get out early and be elite. What would the message from the players to the fans be?
Just be there, provide energy for us. It's an early game, so you're going to need everybody to be out there, just have the whole stadium rocking. It'll be a good day.
And from your experiences with, noon kickoffs versus a night kickoff or midday, what's different from the player's perspective, the pregame, routine?
Probably just when you have to wake up, everything, when you have a 12 o'clock game, it's much faster in the morning, wake up, pregame, write the walkthroughs and all that. Instead of like a night game, you better wake up late, have some downtime, see your family, stuff like that.
What are some of the differences between playing for Coach Luke and playing for Coach Pitman?
Honestly, they're kind of the same. They teach the same stuff. Coach Pitman being older, he couldn't really get around, and then he had a bad knee when he was here. Coach Luke, he's just much younger. He runs around a lot. But it's honestly the same.
How many right guards are next to you this game against Vanderbilt? I know you guys use a lot of different combinations. How many different guys do you have next to you on the line?
I think 2, Jamari and Warren, play next to me.
How do you think, the coach, you get a chance in a game like that to see different guys in different spots? What's the value for that?
Probably just see who gels well together, and who plays better with whoever's next to him. Probably just testing it out. Is that it?
I have one more. When you came here, I'm sure you had to put on strength and weight. How difficult was that for you coming from high school? You're probably the biggest guy in the field every time you play it to now. There's Ben Cleveland, there's Andrew Thomas. Those guys are a different kind of monster.
Oh yeah, definitely coming out of high school. Being in high school, you don't take kind of weight training serious, and once you get here, you're like, okay, everybody's strong. So you have to, get in the weight room and get stronger and put on, lean muscle and stuff like that.
I was asking about Amarius. We haven't interviewed him in person. You talked about big. How big is this guy?
He's pretty big. I don't know his measurables and all that, but he's a big kid though. Oh yeah.
How do you help a guy like that along, having been through what you've been through? What some of the advice?
Just giving him pointers and stuff like with his set and stance and stuff like that. First steps, second steps. Just giving him small pointers and stuff like that.
Speaking of Ben Cleveland, did he turn you on to the camouflage Crocs, or is that your own pet?
Oh no, I've been wearing camo Crocs since like 8th grade. Yeah.
But from him and Andrew Thomas, like you mentioned, like how did they help you? Like you said, when you got here, take weight training serious and kind of realize that you got to bulk up. How did those guys help you with that?
Just showing me the ropes, just telling me, right now you may be with the scout team, but later in your season, career, you're gonna have to, step up and play, and you got to put on weight and stuff like that and get stronger.
How different is this line, I guess, with this season, Coach Monk and JT, than maybe before when it was a bigger line? Do you notice some nuances, some differences in the offensive line style?
Not really. It's kind of the same thing. We're just smaller. We don't have Ben Cleveland. We don't have Andrew Thomas. So just more quick guys. We always come out and give 100%. So.
What's the advantage? We hear about the big guys and how they can mash in the run game. What's the advantage to being that more athletic line that Coach Luke talks about?
Probably just outside zone. Being able to turn and run. Screens, stuff like that.
You talked about I guess what you've heard about this defensive line. How about you guys? How have you guys graded out as pass protectors so far in the first 4 games?
In the
First 4 games.
To be honest, I don't know. I think we've only given up 2 sacks in the first 2 games, so hopefully we won't give up another one. Yeah. Well, thank you.